Some say that in today's China, even a sigh must be cautious, as too many might flag you as a spreader of negative energy by algorithms. Accepting your fate is permitted, but lying flat is not, because as they say, slaves cannot afford to rest. This fall, China's National Internet Information Office launched a 2-month social media cleanup campaign. Its target isn't rumors or political agitation, but excessive pessimism. Yes, the new offense is labeled problematic emotions. In an era of economic downturn, scarce jobs, and eroding confidence, expressing anxiety has become unlawful, while silence carries its own risks. State media proclaimed, "The internet is not a landfill for venting negative emotions." Yet, China's reality already resembles a vast landfill, overflowing with jobless youth, bankrupt entrepreneurs, middle-class families priced out of homes, and ordinary citizens compelled to chant slogans. This crackdown stems from fear. Beijing isn't wary of a few emotional influencers. It dreads the contagious nature of despair, the collective weariness where no one wants to try anymore. When effort is futile trends online, when terms like giving up, lying flat, or going with the flow become the lexicon of youth, and when more choose no marriage, no children, no purchases, no loans, the authorities realize these leaks can no longer be harvested. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics shows that in the first half of 2025, youth unemployment lingered at 21.3%, even after officials halted reporting for a year. 12 million college graduates entered a job market unable to sustain them. Meanwhile, housing prices soar, wages stagnate, and consumer spending declines. This is an era where hope is being drained. With real-world pressures finding no release, the internet became the sole outlet. Until that, too, was sealed. In late September, 2 bloggers promoting a minimalist lying flat lifestyle were banned for spreading defeatism and societal negativity. They didn't attack the government or spread falsehoods. They simply suggested, if life feels exhausting, take a rest. Yet their accounts were erased. One blogger's final post read, "I only wanted a quiet life, free of debt, free of striving, harming no one." But apparently, even that is wrong.
The People's Daily responded swiftly. The call has been sounded. All platforms must purge overly pessimistic content. CCTV went further, condemning those who chase clout with bleak narratives, branding them emotional predators.
But who has turned this nation into an emotional prison? Who has made it so young people fear admitting they're tired, broke, or hopeless? Who has weaponized positive energy as a tool of censorship? This emotion cleanup doesn't just target influencers, it silences ordinary people voicing despair. One user posted, "I just want to leave this city," only to see their account throttled and comments hidden. Algorithms now detect sadness, analyze tone, and block phrases like, "giving up," "I'm tired," or whatever. These can be quietly erased. Pessimism is now a sensitive word. No exaggeration. A report from the China Cybersecurity Public Opinion Research Institute reveals that in the first 3 weeks of September alone, platforms deleted roughly 2.3 million posts deemed negative and pessimistic, including discussions on job anxiety, declining marriage rates, and economic slowdown. Weibo banned over 1,200 accounts for spreading false information about the economy and government policies. Much of this falsehood was merely users sharing their realities. "I can't pay my mortgage. My company laid off more staff. My father's shop closed." In China, these truths are too dangerous because they are too real. Emotions are humanity's most natural response, yet in today's China, they are controlled. You may praise hard work, but not admit exhaustion. You may applaud the system, but not question fate. When a nation fears emotional outbursts, it is the one nearing collapse. Economic uncertainty, strained US-China relations, a crumbling housing market, and factories moving abroad, tensions are rippling through society. The government knows that amplified emotions could threaten its rule, so it chooses suppression.
A scholar noted, suppressing negative emotions online falls far short, as the root lies in economic reality. That reality? Young people earn 3,000 yuan a month, but are urged to boost GDP. Entrepreneurs sell homes to pay debts, yet must declare, "I'm bullish on China's economy." Parents watch their children languish jobless, only to be told, more education brings hope. Hope? In today's China, even hope faces scrutiny.
Some call this emotion cleanup a psychological epidemic prevention, but it feels more like an emotion zeroing campaign. After Dynamic Zero COVID failed, the government learned that while viruses can be tolerated, emotions cannot. Emotions spread faster than viruses, and disappointment spreads faster still. A society with emotional distress is a truly ailing one. The past 2 years have brought fractures, plummeting home prices, business failures, stock market crashes, falling exports, and relocating factories. Each economic fissure reflects shattered lives. In the first half of 2025, profits of major industrial enterprises fell 6.8% from the previous year. Manufacturing PMI remained below the growth line for 3 months. Retail sales growth dropped to 2.1%, a decade low. These aren't negative energy, they're facts. But to the authorities, facts are too perilous. When people speak truth, the official illusion falters. The campaign's true aim is to restore a collective illusion, to convince all that China's economy is rebounding, youth struggles are temporary, and the future is bright, yet we know these are hollow slogans.
A CCTV commentary captured it. The internet is not a landfill for negative emotions. The underlying message? Your pain doesn't deserve to be seen.
When a nation bans sadness, it denies even the space for sorrow. In Zhengzhou, a filmmaker was investigated for criticizing the city's oppressive environment. In Xi'an, a post-questioning housing market collapse earned a warning for stoking social panic. In Shanghai, a female blogger wrote, "I don't want marriage or children," and her account was banned for unhealthy values. This absurd censorship is eroding mental freedom. Don't give up, don't be pessimistic, don't despair. But, when reality suffocates, even "don't despair" becomes cruel irony. Notice the shift? China's societal keyword has moved from striving to numbness. Once, people scrambled to succeed. Now, they pretend to stay busy. Once, youth aimed to rise. Now, they just hope to survive. This isn't an attitude problem. It's a survival instinct. Persistent youth unemployment erodes innovation and trust. Yet leaders don't ask, how can we create opportunities? But how can we control speech? They shun truth, craving only smiles for positive energy videos. A recurring theme in this emotion crackdown is resonance. Banned accounts struck a chord, voicing the struggles of millions. In a society without free expression, resonance is a threat. You may be crushed by poverty but cannot name it. You may be broken by the system but cannot call it unfair. You may despair but must hide it from others. This is China's absurd reality. Observers note the government now treats emotions as a political metric. Once it controlled thoughts, now it targets feelings. Thoughts are hard to measure, but emotions are trackable by algorithms. Emotion detection systems serve as the new political barometer. Platforms like Weibo, Douyin, Xiaohongshu, and Douban train AI to flag negative content. Keywords like tired, lying flat, escaping, depressed, or done trying. Platforms are accountable for emotional fluctuations. Much like pandemic-era officials were for infection cases, emotions are the new contagion, and the government is the psychological zeroing force. This purge extends beyond the internet into schools, media, and workplaces. University counselors urge students to post positive moments. State enterprise meetings demand resistance to defeatism. Local TV stations are barred from airing socially anxious content. It's as if erasing emotions could restore a hopeful new era. But suppressed emotions don't vanish. They fester into deeper apathy, a disconnection from life, politics, and the future. When all pretend to be happy, the true tragedy begins. This is what authorities fear most, not anger, but apathy. Anger implies care, apathy signals total detachment. The lying flat youth, non-consuming middle class, women rejecting marriage, workers shunning the grind. These choices reveal a collapsing trust. These people aren't criminals, they're mirrors, reflecting what the nation avoids. A China growing silent, weary, and skeptical of tomorrow was captured by a banned blogger's parting words. They fear our sadness, for sadness holds more power than anger. Emotions are humanity's final freedom. When a regime strips away the right to feel, it strips away humanity itself. Positive energy cannot replace dignity. Deleting posts doesn't erase despair. Banning accounts can't silence the chill in hearts. A nation's greatest fear isn't an angry people, it's a silent one. And today, China is hurtling toward that silent avalanche at an alarming pace. Thanks for watching and joining us on this journey to unveil China's many layers. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and hit that subscribe button to stay updated. See you in the next video.